And Tim here. Welcome back to the workshop where we build business, create community, find freedom, and share success. We're getting started here on Sunday night talking tools. And if you're new to this community, I'm sure any of you guys are watching this that are in here live. Most of you already know who I am and what I'm all about. But if you're watching this on the replay, you can always go by toolmantim.co. That's toolmantim.co to find out everything there is to know about who I am, the community we're building here, the really cool tool reviews we do, and the 5 videos a week we share. So, here I am. It's nice to see everyone back once again. I always enjoy people dropping by. Real quick, guys, I was going to share a few different things that's on the go this week with me, but there seems to be, so if you guys could let me know, whoever ends up watching this later on, if you get notifications for this live stream, because I've been scheduling my live streams, and when I go in to click on them, they say that they're scheduled for December 31st, 1969. So if anybody isn't getting notifications for these, let me know. That's why I've been doing this, is to work these bugs out and get better at this sort of thing. But the first couple I scheduled worked perfect. When I click go live, it gives me a countdown. It says you're going live now. And the last few, even though I scheduled them for today, they end up showing up as December 31st, 1969. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what was going on there, but either way, no big deal. All right, so how's everybody's week been? I know I have had a pretty busy week. We ended up taking a 3-day weekend, which really just meant a 3-day week for me to end up working around the house and enjoying myself. So we had a really good time with that. I ended up working on the siding. Spent a really long day outside in the sun yesterday working and just trying to get the siding done. The siding is now officially done on the garage. Perfect. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Because like I said, I'm not sure what is going on, why the scheduling dating thing isn't working, but I'm going to dig into it and we'll have more of these bugs worked out for next week. And if you're in here, let me know what you think of the signal as well. I've been having some kind of 4G LTE issues today. Everything seems to be slowed to a crawl, which could have to do with the heat. I have no idea. But anyway, John, thanks for letting me know that. At least the notification went through, although it should have went through. Normally there's a notice ahead of time, but whatever, no big deal. But we got the siding done on the garage/studio here this weekend, so that was huge. With all the extra insulation, it's quite a bit quieter in here when I'm filming, which is really nice. Going to be easier to heat this winter, so I may not need to resort to the green screen for filming some of my videos, so that's all right too. The new propane heater I put in last winter, I'll be able to run it, then turn it off when I film, so when it gets dead cold, we'll be able to get in here and still film. So that's really good. So I figured I'd start off with you guys and share a few video ideas that I have kind of just mulling around in my head, some different things. So anybody, if you get inspired or have any video ideas you want to throw at me while I'm yammering on and talking and sharing with you, just throw them out there. But the first one, I don't know if anybody out there has picked one of these up yet or not, and Dewalt really needs to get off their butt and put one of these together. But I've seriously been eyeing up the Milwaukee Top Off. 175 watt generator that basically runs off your existing Milwaukee batteries. And number one, I really got my eye on one. I want to pick one up. I don't have any Milwaukee gear anymore, but I think I'm just going to have to pull the trigger and pick one up with a battery and a charger just to test this stuff out. They're just too darn slick to not try. So you guys know I'm into emergency preparedness and, being prepared for power outages and that sort of thing. So I get this really kind of wacky idea to kind of push that Milwaukee Top Off as far as I can push it. Like I said, it's good for 175 watts. And I want to see what kind of emergency setup that we can get out of that. Can we run a small fan, couple of lamps, definitely a Wi-Fi router, a USB phone charger, all of that kind of stuff. So basically, you could kind of, who knows how crazy we could get with it, but I have this suspicion that with that top off, we could get enough juice using LED battery or LED lights and that sort of thing to at least have a really, really rudimentary living room to live in, to stay in, that sort of thing. I mean, you're definitely not going to get any heat or any cooling out of one of those, but you could at least get lights, information. You could plug in maybe a little radio if it's an emergency. Have your Wi-Fi up so you'll have some data coming through. You can definitely charge your communication devices, so I really like that. Now, here's the crazy part. Everybody always wants to know, if it's cold outside, they want to be able to have coffee, and if it's hot outside, they might want to have ice. Now, I don't know how well this will work or if it'll work. Heated coffee mugs and coffee cups and stuff like that. And there are some 12 volt and some real low wattage ones that you can plug in. They take about 15 minutes to get something up hot enough that you could, drink it. It may not be a piping hot cup of coffee, but in the middle of winter, if you're absolutely dying for a cup of coffee, one of these would work. So we're going to try one of them. That's part of it too. And I've been looking at one of these low wattage Igloo ice makers. They're an Igloo 101. And they literally top out at 160 watts. So in theory, you might be able to run one of them tiny ice makers off of a Milwaukee battery. So I thought, anyway, it's worth giving it a shot. I'm going to run it through its paces. I'm going to get one ordered. I got a whole list of stuff I got coming that I'm going to do some new reviews and that sort of stuff on. So, but down the road, that's going to be the next one. I'd love to give that a shot. And then my buddy Eric, the one who sent me a whole bunch of stuff for the Amish Dewalt tools. Well, he just sent me two new ones, and one of them's really cool. The first one's a scooter, which was, it's just really neat. It's a battery-powered scooter, and it runs off a Dewalt battery. But the next one was one of their homemade inverter. It's an inverter. It's a 300-watt inverter that'll run off a Dewalt battery. I can't find it anywhere on the internet. I may end up having to get him to order one and ship it up to me because I think I could have way too much fun. Basically, 300 watts you can draw out of a Dewalt battery. It looks just like your typical, if you guys know your automotive inverters, that they're too powerful to just plug into a cigarette lighter. So you would end up hooking them in directly to your battery. Well, that's what it looks like, except it has a sleeve on the top or a little compartment to accept a 20-volt Dewalt battery. So I think it's about 150 bucks American, but I think I could have a lot of fun with that. So down the road, I'm going to have to pull that one back in and do another Amish Dewalt kind of video series. So I don't know. Anyway, to me, that seems pretty cool. Now, if you, one other video, well, I thought since you guys are kind of on the inside loop here, I thought I'd share some other video ideas that I'm kicking around with you. But if you guys follow the comments in the YouTube videos here quite often, you'll see a guy named Tom who shares with me a ton of information. He's a real successful handyman that does a lot of really cool stuff. He has kind of a certain amount of money he wants to make every day. He hits that goal, he's happy. Anyway, he's into all kinds of different gadgets, always recommending different tools to me. So one thing you guys are going to see later on this week, well, on Tuesday, of course, the Toolbox Tuesday video is going to be the magnetic bit sleeves, the ones that look like a really big pencil eraser, those little ones that we used to chew on when we were kids. If you chewed your regular eraser off, you'd use this one to slide on. Anyway, I've been testing that out for a month, and spoiler alert, of course, I love them. But anyway, they're really slick, really cheap Amazon items, so you'll see a review coming out for that. But something that's a little bit off the wall and out of the ordinary, he just bought a cheap kind of, I think it was an Amazon battery charger that he has set up on a timer, 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. Now, disclaimer, I'm not recommending doing this. However, he claims, hey John, how are you? I got to get a bigger screen out here. I keep saying it, I'm going to do it, but it's so hard to read some of those. But anyway, so he has this, just a cheap Amazon charger with a cheap timer plugged into the wall, and it cycles the charger on and off every 15 minutes, and he's able to recharge alkaline batteries. Now, like I said, I'm not recommending this. Will I test it to be a guinea pig for us? Sure. Have I watched some other videos with mixed results? Absolutely. But if anybody who's watching this after the fact, or you guys are in here live, if you've tried your hand at recharging alkaline batteries, let me know. I remember when I was probably in junior high, I'm thinking, there was a product, and I think it was Canadian even, that was on the market that claimed to be able to recharge regular alkaline batteries. So we'll see. Honestly, I don't care if it works or doesn't work. I have a good collection of rechargeable Eneloop batteries, but I'm always looking for crazy, cool ways. Like if you end up with a real, kind of shit hits the fan, kind of out of the ordinary power outage, we might need to rely on trying to recharge alkaline batteries. So I'm going to test it out. I'll be the guinea pig for us. We'll see where that ends up going. Which, anyway, I love doing foolish stuff like that. I think I got it from my grandfather. He used to fix generators and alternators, and he used to have a whole bunch of rigged up kind of battery chargers. And anyway, as long as you guys don't hear, a local YouTuber blown up in a garage explosion when trying to recharge alkaline batteries, you guys know I'll be all right. So a few other ideas that I'm working on for some videos coming up. Another one is my 5 favorite fasteners. You guys have seen a few of those before. It'll probably work its way into a money-making minute video. I've got like my normal screw-in white drywall plugs. I got my snap-off hinge, the hinge anchors. You guys have seen those, I'm sure. But if you guys have any Anker type hardware that you really recommend, throw it in the comments or share it with me tonight or send it to me in a PM or whatever, because I'm looking to test out some more stuff. But because I got a top 5 video. I love my 3M Velcro strips as well. They'll be in that list. Just got to adjust here a little bit, guys. Hey, Ted, you made it. Nice to see you, buddy. You're the emoji king. I always love that. There's nobody makes me smile better than Ted. Always has a way to make me smile. So, yeah, just I don't know if you just slid in or not, Ted, but I'm just sharing with you guys a few video ideas that I got that I'm kind of working through down the road. Here's another one, and maybe this would be absolutely boring to you guys, but I find it kind of interesting and intriguing. But I thought about doing a video on all the different companies that Dewalt owns. I know it's been merger after merger after merger. They've got Canadian companies, American companies anyway, and I just thought it'd be really fun to do a quick, no frills video laying all that out. Yes, sir, got to hit you up when I'm at you. Sounds good. So, funny story. My old neighbor, I love UPS, and when they first came to my area in Nova Scotia, where I was born anyway, he swore that UPS was pronounced UPS. I know that would be like pronouncing KFC as KFC or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, he literally, the entire time I lived next door to him, always referred to it as UPS. It wasn't a joke. It was just the way it went. So when you go to UPS, Ted, give me a holler, hit me up, let me know. So I always enjoyed that. But yeah, so I don't know. It got me thinking there a while back when Dewalt, this is probably 10 years ago, but they bought out Wiser locks, which were always a really good company. And then they changed their Wiser keyways to the Quickway ones, or the Quickset ones. They're still a good, anyway, I don't want to get into it too far down the road tonight, but I thought it'd be a lot of fun. There's some Canadian companies, if you guys are familiar with Beaver and Rockwell. Delta, of course, too, but they all got folded into that same company. So it might be fun to just talk about it, just a little bit. I know they bought Sears Craftsman, or at least there's some, I don't know if they bought them or if they kind of merged with them, but they have the rights to make Craftsman tools as well. So there's that. And I thought the Husky hang-all straps, they are my go-to for framing or hanging cinch cord. Oh, yeah. Well, that is all. See, this is why I love this. I love recommendations like this. So I'm going to check those out. And if is that Husky, is that the brand that Home Depot carries? Because if it is, I'll check them out for sure. Always looking for neat things. I'm a tech guy as well. So there's some other channels that I follow quite a bit. Tech Moan, he's an older British guy who get him at Home Depot. Nice to see you, Ryan, by the way. Tech Moan's into vintage electronics. He's over in Britain. And then there's another channel very similar called the 8-Bit Guy, and he's into that kind of stuff as well. And I seen some really neat brackets he had the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen them. They're just a square, and they drill to the wall. And then they have like a little tip that sticks out, and then you can put a zip tie in behind it. And it seems to work really well for like organizing wires and that sort of thing. I worked for American Lock before Master Lock bought them. Oh, American Lock, they're all over the place in the oil patch up here, even still. those blue heavy duty locks, they were all key to like. Those were American locks, really nice, top quality. I don't know if they got, if they're better or worse. When normally, when I hate to say it, but when Master Lock touches things, they tend to fall apart or the quality goes down the shitter. I might be wrong in this case, and you can fill me in if I am, but I know I wasn't real keen on a lot of the Master Lock stuff. And if you guys watch the Lockpicking Lawyer's YouTube channel, he likes to rake the Master Lock products across the hot coals all the time. So there's that. They were the best. I was their electrician. Got a charge out of that job. Stop it, Tim. My goodness, stop it with your stupid corny humor. Anyway, another one I thought maybe I would talk about is comparing the different tool warranties. I thought that would be kind of interesting. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with them, but I thought it'd be really neat. I did an expert counsel segment a while back on that exact topic, on why you would pick one tool company over another. And a big portion of that was based on the warranties that are out there. So I thought, hey, why not do a video comparing the different tool warranties? And again, if you guys have had any good, bad, or ugly experiences with any of the tools, their warranties, that kind of thing, fill me in on it, because I love sharing that kind of stuff. I ended up, like you guys know, I've been a Dewalt guy for a long time, and just recently I've sent 2 tools away. I did an intro video on it. You guys haven't seen that yet, obviously. But depending on how things go, it'll either be a positive or a negative video. I hope it's going to be a positive video. I'm sure it will. But we're going to see. We're getting really close to the 2.5 business weeks that they quoted me on my chainsaw, because the oiler shit the bed, pardon the French. So it needed to be replaced, repaired, that kind of thing. So it's in Edmonton now, which is about 3 hours away from me. Haven't heard back from them yet, so I hope that's a good sign. I'm not sure. I was actually at the business a couple weeks ago. I didn't really love the store, but apparently their customer service and their repair work's really good. So we'll see where we end up with that. But it's going to be an interesting video either way. But yeah, I was thinking maybe compare all the major tool brands on their warranties. And if you guys have any personal experience, let me know what you think. Because again, I really only have experience with Dewalt. And the only other way I can share experience with the other tool companies is through your guys' experience. So let me know. We'll fill it out. So if you guys follow me on social, you know I tried an experiment yesterday with Gorilla Seal All waterproof tape, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm not sure yet, but I gotta say, it really didn't impress me. I love Gorilla Glue. I love Gorilla Wood Glue. Those have both been really good products for me. But some of the other Gorilla branded stuff that I've tried has been a little bit hit or miss. Now, me and the girls got in the pool yesterday, and we decided that we needed to find where this hole was. We have a small leak. I bought that great big roll for 20 bucks. It's 10 feet of tape. And if it's in the sun, it's really sticky. Try to stick it together and pull it apart. It worked. I watched videos from the Gorilla company. I listened to personal testimonials from other people, and they all said, yep, you can take it down underwater, stick it, cover the hole, and you're all set. Okay, no problem. So we tried it, and honestly, it really didn't stick that well. Like, it was okay, I guess. I tried a second piece from further in the roll. I thought maybe I got a dud of a roll. I left another piece out in the sun to test it. It got sticky. It's down there, it's sticking, but if I really wanted to, I could go down there and pull it back off. Like, it just didn't stick that well. And I'm thinking we probably have another hole anyway, because we're still losing a little bit of water from underneath the pool somewhere. So I'm gonna have to get in and, get my swimming gear on and put some goggles on and start searching for another hole. But so far, and you guys will see the results of this down the road a bit, but I'm just really not that happy so far with how sticky that Gorilla Seal All stuff was. Now, if you guys have had better experience, let me know. Maybe this one will get better. Maybe I just ended up getting a dud of a roll. But for 20 bucks for 10 feet of the stuff, it would sure be nice to know that you didn't get, a dud. But whatever, it is what it is. Another one I got on the go. If you guys like goof off as much as I do, I know I like to goof off sometimes, but people have been sending me all these tips for what else it's good for. I mean, for me, I've just, my intro, if you spilt paint on vinyl siding, your kid tried to help you out and made a mess, well, and you need to get rid of it, use goof off. But I've had a bunch of other people, of course, everybody throws everything at you. I had one lady who said, spray nine's way better. And, maybe in her personal experience, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But all I can say is Spray 9 was always my go-to cleaner for the front of a vehicle. Stuff got stuck on, but you would spray it on there, you'd let it sit, I'd pressure wash the hell out of it, and it still wouldn't come off very well. I just didn't like it. I like Spray 9, it's good, but I gotta tell you, since Ted sent me, or was it Ken? Sorry, I believe it was Ken. Anyway, one of you guys will shoot me for that, and I apologize, but they sent in the tip of using it for, yeah, it was Ken, I'm sure it was anyway, using it to get the bugs off the front grille of your vehicle. Well, all I can say is, and I'll do a video on this one too, but when I sprayed it on there, I let it sit for a minute, it basically just wiped off with a rag. It was awesome. Josh from Gander Flight, if you follow him, he also sent me a tip that said to try a damp dryer sheet. I haven't tried that yet. If you guys have tried that, it might work good. I'm not sure. I'd even try to make a combination of Goof Off and the dryer sheet, but you know. But the one lady said, go with Spray 9. I just really didn't, it doesn't work that good for me. Another one they said was it gets gum out of your hair. My twins won't volunteer to let me put gum in their hair and test it out, so we're going to go get an old baby doll, try that. And they said that a Sharpie on the wall, the professional strength stuff, at least will take it off like that. We're going to test out the regular stuff that I use that's biodegradable and safe because I like using it without wearing gloves. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. So also this weekend, after I got done working really hard out in the sun, I decided to order a few new tools. And I thought I would share with you guys some of the incoming stuff I have. If you've heard good or bad about it, great. But I would, you know, any input you have, and maybe you'll know you'll be seeing some new reviews coming up as well. But the big one is the Gen Tent. And if you saw, you guys will see a top 10 generator accessory video coming up soon. I mentioned that in there because it's been recommended to me by a few different community members. But basically what it looks like is a fancy tent that's made to fit 10,000 watt generators. It fits on, it looks like a canopy or like something you'd have in your backyard, except smaller, that you would sit under when it's raining and that sort of thing. And it's made to mount onto your generator up and over, and it allows you to keep it outdoors in inclement weather and let it run without having to worry about stuff. RV Odd Couple on YouTube, he just patched holes in his rubber roof with Gorilla Tape. I'm going to check that out, John, because there's a bunch of different types of Gorilla Tape. I'm going to see if that one might work. Whatever. I'm willing to try anything because this was supposed to work underwater. Maybe if I drain, I have no interest in draining the pool at all, but you know, I wanted something that I could stick under there. But if it works on an RV roof, man, it's got to be good. And I'm willing to take it and buy another roll from a different supplier just to see if maybe the one I got just wasn't sticky like it's supposed to be. I don't know. I really don't. Like, I was really excited for it, and it might still be good to, you know, I'm going to try another piece. I got to get in the pool tomorrow and try it again. But honestly, like, you could still pick at the edges and kind of pull it up a little bit. So, and the worst thing is where the hole is, I really can't tell whether it's working, not working. Anyway, we'll see. All I know is I still have water on the other side of the pool on the ground. It kind of works its way down underneath. We'll figure it out. I'll let you know. I'm going to check out the RV Odd Couple, see what their video had. I love finding other YouTubers to follow. I always enjoy that. So what else did I got coming? Oh, of course, I know yellow and black. I just came across this new set of Dewalt security bits. So I've been prepping the side of the house for siding. Started yesterday, and I had to take, we don't even have cable, haven't had cable at the house ever since we've owned it. Long before that, I'm sure. I don't even think cable's a thing in our town anymore, but there is a cable line running to the house, and I found a box that I never noticed before on the side of the house I had to take off, and of course it had a security bit in there. I got creative and drilled it out and hauled the whole damn thing off. But that got me thinking, I don't own any security bits. And I haven't seen Joseph in here tonight, but I am sure Joseph would have a recommendation for security bits. But I just happened to be searching security bits in Amazon and found a really nice Dewalt clamshell package that'll work with my Dewalt organizational structure. So I got one of those on the go too. And don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, thanks, Ted. I appreciate that very much. You know I do. Sometimes forget to say that for myself. So what else do I have on the go? You guys know I really like the PowerX battery charger. It's awesome. It works great, but I'm paranoid that I'm either going to cut the cord in half or it's going to, you know, whatever, it's going to end up breaking down. So I wanted to order another one to have as a backup. And I was watching Project Farm the other night, and he was doing a comparison video on AA batteries, something I've been looking at doing down the road anyway. And this one is, I've got to read it for you. It's the PowerX C9000. And you know what? It's only about 10 bucks more than the traditional PowerX charger I've been using, but it's a charger analyzer. It has a little LCD screen on there that'll tell you exactly how many milliamp hours are in there altogether. It will tell you how long it takes to drain, all of that information. So basically, it's just a top-notch, better charger for almost the same amount of money. And I'm going to be able to do some side-by-side comparisons of different types of AA, AAA batteries. So if you guys have recommendations for those you want me to check out, because you've probably heard my tip before, but I always keep cheap batteries on hand for when my kids come and say, hey Dad, I need batteries. So I give them the throwaways because I'm not sending them my expensive Eneloops. But I got my white Eneloops, my black Eneloops. I've got a big package of Kirkland brand from Costco. Those are the ones I give to the kids a lot. And I used to get the white and red Sunbeam ones from Dollar General, which used to be everything is $1.25 or less in Canada. And I just went the other day, and I'm sure because of inflation, the everything under $1.25 or anything $1.25 and under, the sign was removed. You can still see it faded. So prices are going up. But honestly, I don't really like the Sunbeam batteries. They were just cheap enough to keep on hand that when my kids needed some throwaways. But we're going to try out the, maybe we'll try recharging some of those alkalines as well. But, you know, excuse me, guys, just an idea. Also, if you guys have noticed, or maybe not, I don't know, but the new iPhones, we've had them for almost a year now, the 12, they're running on the USB-C platform, which is great, kinda, except that the lightning cord that plugs into your iPhone all have the little USB-C adapters on them. And when we bought our Anker and our cordless battery packs, none of them have a damn USB-C. They all have a USB-C input port on them, but none of them have an output port. Say that 10 times fast. So I just ordered the Anker Powercore Slim 10,000, and it has a USB-C port on there that you can plug your phone into. We need something like that because it drives my wife crazy. She can't plug hers in the living room at times, and we need something that will, you know, in an emergency, be able to plug directly in. I always liked the old style, just the straight up USB, but of course they have that different design on them now, and it makes it really difficult to get a power brick or power pack, power, whatever you want to call it, that'll actually work with it. So we got one of them coming in. Keep an eye out for a review on that as well. And if you guys follow me again on social media, I know some of you do, you'll see that I have a hell of a time keeping a good pair of safety sunglasses. And so I really wish I could remember, but it was somebody on MeWe who recommended to me to try the Crossfire safety sunglasses. So if anybody's used them, let me know what you think. I got a pair of them coming in to test out. Most of this stuff is a write-off for the business anyway, and now I'm sure I can write it off again, not twice, but at least another portion of it. Anyway, I needed a new pair. I ordered a pair. We're going to see how durable they are, if they hold up any better. But if nothing else, I can order them directly from Amazon and have a stockpile of them here on hand. So that'll be helpful. And if you guys seen my post, Tim, are you sure the notification went out? Yeah, so Ted, you might have missed this. There is something going on with my live streaming notifications. So I scheduled it. I booked it for tonight at 8 o'clock Mountain Time, which is my local time. Everything looked fine. I shared the link on social. When I went in about 10 minutes beforehand, I get set up for my my thing there. It ended up saying December 31st, 1969. It's got to be a bug, so I apologize. I thought I had everything worked out. I'm going to do some digging this week. If anybody else sees why that date might change like that, I don't know. But I'm going to refresh myself on how to properly schedule these live streams so people know. Cool. Yeah. So sorry about that. It was a pain in the butt. Yeah, I don't know why it does it, because normally when I have it scheduled properly, when I click on that with 5 minutes to go, it'll give me a countdown, and I haven't been getting that, which means there's something screwed up in the scheduling. So I'll let you know. Next week, if you guys see it, just pop me a link anywhere you want to let me know that it's working, that it showed up, that it's scheduled properly, all that jazz. 9-volt rechargeable batteries. I've been looking for some of them. I ended up settling on the EBL 9-volt rechargeable setup. So we'll see how those end up working out. I'm pretty excited. I need something that's rechargeable. Just simply because now I have a bunch of gadgets. I've got my infrared thermometer, I've got my decibel meter, and a couple of stud finders that all run a 9-volt. I tried to keep everything to AA, AAA, but it just didn't happen. So I ordered this EBL 9-volt rechargeable battery setup, Canadian time. Yeah. Hey, Mountain Time's American time too. Well, you know how that goes, but I don't know. When I post on social media, I try to do Central Time because I think, that kind of follows down through Texas and that whole. Anyway, I don't know. What do you guys, if anybody, you can't win, you can't make everybody happy. I don't know. Maybe I should list it in Eastern and Mountain Time when I put it on there. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And I got a tri-split. I can't even pronounce this, but I've had my eye on Amazon for a while, but it's Deb Winnels. It's DEBWENILS, and it's a heavy-duty 14.3 50-foot lighted end extension cord, but it has a 3-way splitter built into the end of it, so that'll be great. It's late as hell for me. Yeah, I know, but you got that beautiful. I'd be sitting outside watching the sunset every night out there anyway. So, but we're going to test out this extension cord. Maybe I can add it to the recommended products because I've been looking for a good heavy-duty extension cord with a tri-splitter built into it. I found this one. Anyway, something really cool, really exciting tonight. Just before I logged into the video, we hit 1,700 subscribers. I love putting that kind of stuff in my videos because when I go back and watch it down the road, it's like, oh, look how far we've came. It's really awesome. Like the other night I watched my 100 subscriber special, me and the girls, and it was, I don't know, cringe, whatever. It was just fun. It's cool to see where things have gone, where things have gotten to. So I enjoy that. What else we got on the go here? You guys, this week, I'm going to try to give you guys some sneak peeks in this live stream as kind of a reward for checking in with me, chilling out with me for a bit. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to have the Money Making Minute video is going to be the top 5 grilling accessories. Ryan Collette, you're going to recognize a few of the products in that video, guaranteed. On Tuesday, we've got the magnetic bit sleeves that I told you about that Tom recommended. I love that product. You guys are going to see a cool little review for that. And then on Wednesday, I've got the Lambro dryer vent as the Tool Time gear review. I love that thing. It is really cool. I needed something out of the ordinary that suited a really specific need. So you guys will get to see that review coming up on Tool Time on Wednesday. So I really enjoyed that. What else did I want to tell you tonight? Oh, yeah. And for those of you guys who are still hanging around, you guys, Joseph got me to spend more money than I don't have. I understand, Ted. He's really good at that, isn't he? Joseph, he has some incredible tools that he loves. He works with them all the time. Just picked up he's working in a big hotel doing a ton of work on top of all the property management that he already owns. So he's keeping busy, but that man knows his tools. And I love watching his channel. It's Millis Construction for anybody who hasn't before. He's the best at it. Yeah, he is really good. He's really good at getting you to spend money too, But before I forget, I don't always do a good enough job telling you guys where all we can interact on social media. But for those of you who aren't familiar with some of the platforms I'm on, like I'm obviously on Facebook. So there's it's the All Seasons Maintenance group on there. It started out as my business page and it's kind of morphed over into a hybrid. Instagram, you guys can find me on toolman__Tim. For being an old man, I really enjoy Instagram. There's something about it. I'm always seeing some really cool tools on there that I enjoy. There's some neat influencers and social media people on there that I really enjoy as well. But for some of you, I don't know, maybe Ted, I don't know if you follow me on any of these or not either, but there's a few other alternative social media platforms that I'm on through the Survival Podcast community. It's where I've reached out and learned about some of these, and I really, really enjoy them. But honestly, my absolute favorite right now is Float, and that's flote.app. They don't have an app. It's just float.app, and it's kind of like a Twitter and Facebook hybrid. I've ended up building quite a little following. I got like 750 followers over there. I really enjoy it. And the cool thing is the CEO and his wife. Oh, message retracted. That's okay. The CEO and his wife, they're co-CEO, co-founders, they're accessible. Aaron and Kingsley are on there. If you have any trouble, they'll take the time to explain to you what's going on. And they're just awesome people. I'd love to get to Float Fest down in Texas maybe next year. I would love to. But if you haven't checked out Float yet, go over there and find me as Toolman Tim. We'll interact. I love the platform. And I've been on MeWe for, damn, it must be almost 3 years now, which is almost a straight up Facebook. Is that why am I on those? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is the fact that big tech, all of the different ones have been censoring quite a bit. And there's a good chance that at some point I'll get shut down. Some of my friends will get shut down. Most of the communities I'm part of and follow, they end up over on those platforms as well. And I really like them. I like Facebook. I've been on there a lot, but I've really pulled back on how much I end up chatting on there now. I still interact and I'm not going to leave it. But if I ever get the boot, well, I've got other places to go. But Float and MeWe, I love. Oh, well, I don't know, Ted. I don't know what happened there. I've got it set up so that all the messages go through, but sometimes there's gremlins in the machines with this stuff. So I don't know. I'll look at it in the morning. It usually takes about 24 hours for these videos to process, and then I can check back on the live chat, which is kind of cool. It's not available immediately, but soon after it is. Man, I have gone on a long time tonight. So question marks. Yeah. I don't know. Testing it again. I don't know. That is so weird. I don't know why it would do that. Because like I said, I've got all the security systems set up so that everything will come through. Once in a while that happens. I know I had a community post I did a while back about a homemade pool filter that I used. And I called it a redneck pool filter. And every time I put the word redneck in my post, YouTube would delete it automatically. So then I removed it and put the word homemade and it came through. So sometimes the censorship, the filters and that sort of thing, they get a little carried away and they haul something out that shouldn't. Either that or you're dropping some F-bombs in here, Ted, but it's not like you. So, all right, guys. Like I said, we got a big week coming up. The 3 videos, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And if you guys like to listen to me more than you like to look at me, because I can understand that. Also, you can check out the podcast, which is just a straight up audio version of all my videos for the week combined. And you can pull that up on toolmantim.co. And it is weird, Ted. I really don't know what's going on. But guys, I think that's it for me this week. I don't know if there's anybody else had any questions out there, anything else you wanted to throw at me. But we got a busy week coming up. Another reason to use other platforms. Absolutely, John, you are 100% correct. You never know what's going to happen, especially when we're live. Although this one has been a lot better off than some of them. I had issues there a couple weeks ago with the video not wanting to go landscape. And yeah, anything can happen when we're live, hey? But that's okay, especially when you got bots doing that. You have a good night, Ted. All right, guys, I'm going to call her quits there. That's the end of this one. Thanks for dropping by. I always enjoy you stopping in. I appreciate you. It's humbling that you guys are willing to come in and hang out, and I love it. You guys are my friends. I enjoy it. You're part of the community. Thanks a lot, guys. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.